wetu, na waomba wale ambao tunashindana na wao hawana mpango ya kupeleka taifa letu mbele.
Africa has seen many leaders who make grand promises, but how many actually deliver? Today, we bring you a story of action, a leader who doesn't just talk, but delivers. Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. In December 2024, a bold promise was made. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a leader who has vowed to rebuild Burkina Faso's economy, stood before his people and announced the construction of a tomato processing factory. When we brought you this video here at Africa Digital Library, we got so many comments, some positive, but also quite a number of negative comments like this one. But Captain Ibrahim Traoré is one of a kind. While others talk about industrialization, to win votes and soothe the electorate, he took immediate action. Brick by brick, the factory took shape. Jobs were created. Hope was restored. And for the first time, the Burkina people saw something rare in African leadership: consistency and determination. A few months later, the factory was completed and inaugurated. Farmers, once struggling to sell their tomatoes, now had a guaranteed market. Youth, once unemployed, now had jobs. A vision turned into reality in record time. And today, the results are in. The first batches of locally made Burkina Faso tomato paste are ready to hit the market. This is not just a product, it's a symbol of economic transformation. Instead of relying on imports, Burkina Faso is producing its own. How many times have we heard leaders promise industrialization, jobs, and economic growth, only for their words to vanish into thin air? How many times have projects been announced with grand ceremonies only to be abandoned? But here in Burkina Faso, Captain Traoré is proving that real leadership is about action, not just words. The tomato project is just one of a kind. But behind Traoré's promises lie real results. The Bobo-Dioulasso University Hospital, a long-awaited medical facility, is set to begin operations in mid-2025. This state-of-the-art hospital is expected to significantly enhance Burkina Faso's healthcare system, providing much-needed medical services to the country's second-largest city and surrounding regions. With its strategic location, the hospital aims to reduce the burden on the capital's medical facilities and ensure that quality healthcare is more accessible to the people of the western part of the country. Once operational, the hospital will offer a wide range of services, including emergency care, surgery, maternal and child health, cardiology, oncology, and specialized treatments for chronic diseases. Patients will no longer have to travel long distances to access advanced medical care, as the facility will be equipped with modern diagnostic tools and treatment centers. The hospital will also serve as a teaching and research institution, training the next generation of healthcare professionals in Burkina Faso. In addition to its medical services, the Bobo-Dioulasso University Hospital will feature world-class facilities such as intensive care units, maternity wards, specialized laboratories, and advanced imaging centers. The hospital will be equipped with cutting-edge medical technology, ensuring that patients receive accurate diagnoses and effective treatments. Furthermore, the facility is expected to create numerous job opportunities for healthcare workers, technicians, and administrative staff, contributing to the local economy while improving the overall healthcare infrastructure in Burkina Faso. Under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso has embarked on an ambitious agricultural mechanization project aimed at achieving food self-sufficiency and revitalizing the nation's economy. In May 2024, the government distributed substantial resources to local producers, including 400 tractors, 239 power tillers, 710 motor pumps, and 68,964 tons of fertilizers. This initiative, part of the Agripastoral and Fisheries Offensive 2023 to 2025, reflects a strategic focus on modernizing agriculture by providing advanced equipment and essential inputs to farmers. The program also emphasizes the development and allocation of agricultural land, ensuring that farmers have access to arable areas equipped for cultivation. These efforts have led to notable increases in crop yields, with tomato production rising from 315,000 metric tons in 2022 to 360,000 metric tons in 2024, millet from 907,000 to 1.1 million metric tons, and rice from 280,000 to 326,000 metric tons over the same period. The surge in rice production positions Burkina Faso as a potential key supplier of rice across West Africa. By enhancing local processing capabilities and reducing dependence on imports, the country aims to meet domestic demand and export surplus to neighboring nations. This strategy not only strengthens Burkina Faso's food security but also contributes to regional stability by addressing food shortages in West Africa. The government's commitment to agricultural development, coupled with infrastructure improvements such as new roads and the upcoming Ouagadougou-Donsin airport, facilitates efficient distribution channels for rice and other agricultural products throughout the region. The arrival of Burkina Faso's tomato paste in the market may not be that big news, but the rest of Africa must take notes. Leadership is not about empty speeches, it's about action. Captain Ibrahim Traoré is setting a new standard, proving that Africa can rise when leaders are committed. Burkina Faso is changing, and the rest of Africa should follow.
Ibrahim Traoré is spearheading the development of a remarkable $8 million tomato facility in Burkina Faso. Surprisingly, Burkina Faso boasted a remarkable production of 290,000 tons of tomatoes in 2021. However, a considerable portion of this harvest is shipped off to neighboring Ghana, while a significant percentage goes to waste due to the rapid perishability of tomatoes. Just envision the possibilities if these tomatoes were processed locally. This is precisely where President Traoré's vision shines. A staggering 80 to 90% of Burkina Faso's population is involved in agriculture, positioning it as the backbone of the nation's economy. This sector substantially contributes to the country's GDP, with key agricultural products encompassing staples like sorghum, millet, maize, and rice, alongside lucrative cash crops such as cotton, groundnut, cowpea, and sugarcane. Furthermore, root vegetables like cassava, sweet potato, yam, as well as fruits and vegetables, play pivotal roles in the agricultural landscape of Burkina Faso. Among these, tomatoes hold a critical position. Farmers in West Africa encounter a significant hurdle: wastage. In Nigeria, more than 40% of their annual yield of 1.8 million metric tons is lost due to insufficient storage and processing capacities. Burkina Faso mirrors this scenario, with 30% of its tomato harvests ending up as waste owing to the absence of adequate storage and processing facilities. Consequently, Burkina Faso relies on tomato puree imports from Europe to meet its internal demands. The establishment of the tomato processing facility directly tackles this issue by facilitating local tomato processing, curbing wastage, and diminishing the dependency on imported tomato goods. This endeavor not only bolsters the local economy, but also generates job opportunities, fostering sustainable agricultural methodologies. Through the conversion of tomatoes into an array of products like paste, puree, and sauces, Burkina Faso can bolster food security, elevate the worth of its agricultural yields, and enhance the livelihoods of its farmers. If Burkina Faso can conserve its domestic produce, the nation could attain self-sufficiency and potentially amass surplus for exportation. The current scenario, where a substantial portion of the hard-earned produce is squandered, necessitates a shift. It's high time for Burkina Faso to seize control of its resources. Unlike nuclear power plants, which typically take around a decade to finalize, a tomato processing facility can be constructed in less than a year. This makes it an easily achievable goal, precisely what President Ibrahim Traoré aims to accomplish. The query arises: why did the inclusion of this value chain in tomato farming take so long? Fresh job opportunities within a community. How might this alter lives? Funded by the Agency for the Promotion of Community Entrepreneurship, this project marks a noteworthy stride towards economic advancement. By fostering employment and mitigating wastage, the tomato processing facility will fortify food security, elevate the standard of living for farmers, and contribute to the overarching economic progression of Burkina Faso. This initiative not only caters to immediate requisites, but also establishes a groundwork for enduring prosperity and self-sufficiency. The African Promotion and Entrepreneurship Council, APEC, epitomizes a substantial $8.1 million investment in the future of Burkina Faso. Through local tomato processing, this initiative preserves value within the nation, invigorating the economy and diminishing reliance on imports. Burkina Faso, blessed with ample resources, should not lean on foreign products, particularly when it possesses the capacity to manufacture them domestically. Imported tomato paste often saturates local markets, frequently at inflated prices and occasionally of questionable quality, This fresh facility endeavors to revolutionize this norm by crafting premium tomato paste locally, rendering it more cost-effective and trustworthy for consumers. Wouldn't you opt for domestically produced goods that you can rely on instead of costly imports? With a processing capability of 5 tons of tomato paste per hour, this facility is poised to significantly elevate the value of locally cultivated tomatoes. It's not merely about processing, it's about optimizing the value of their agricultural yield. Since assuming office, President Ibrahim Traoré has unfurled a daring vision for Burkina Faso's economic metamorphosis. His strategies are concentrated on attaining food self-sufficiency by 2024, employing initiatives such as Operation AGR Pastoral Offensive and the Presidential Initiative for Food Self-Sufficiency. Traoré is advocating for industrialization, bolstering traders, and broadening the economic landscape. He has commenced a national economic overhaul scheme to enhance efficiency, foster employment, and elevate living standards. Rural advancement takes precedence, with endeavors directed at constructing roads, marketplaces, and storage facilities. Nevertheless, Traoré's aspirations surpass mere economic reforms. He is combating corruption, advocating for national languages, and asserting Burkina Faso's autonomy on the global platform. In a daring move, Traoré has hinted at the potential abandonment of the CFA franc, indicating a yearning to break away from perceived neocolonial bonds. President Ibrahim Traoré's proactive stance in reshaping Burkina Faso's future is evident through his ambitious ventures and swift development projects. Despite his laudable vision, Burkina Faso encounters notable hurdles that could impede progress. The security scenario has worsened, with mounting militant unrest since Traoré assumed leadership. This has exacerbated a humanitarian emergency, resulting in nearly 2 million internally displaced individuals and a considerable funding shortfall. Being a landlocked nation with scarce resources, executing large-scale economic endeavors remains a daunting challenge. Agriculture, the cornerstone of the economy, faces threats from desertification and climate change, further complicating the nation's journey towards self-sufficiency. These obstacles underscore the critical nature of Traoré's reforms. The pivotal query pertains to whether his administration can navigate